Hello and welcome to the channel. Welcome to a brand new series on the channel at TEW 2020 NXT 2.0. Now, in what feels like maybe a controversial opinion based on some internet reactions to it, I like NXT 2.0. And not just in the sense like I like NXT 2.0 for what it is or anything like that. I just plain like NXT 2.0 in the same way I liked NXT OG. Well, not OG, but NXT Black and Gold era. I like the presentation, I like all these new characters popping up. I'm a fan of it. Okay, all these new young superstars getting to develop and seeing them develop kind of in real time for a lot of them. It's refreshing and it's fun and I like it. So I thought, why not do a series on that? And so, just to get it out of the way, no link whatsoever to my TEW 2020 WWE series, the main series on the channel. No link, completely separate. NXT 2.0, this new series is starting here in, where are we? We're in July 2022, in a present time, and we're here with this week's episode of NXT IRL, NXT The Great American Bash. Felt like a really good place to start. A lot of title matches, a lot of stuff to, be getting on with, some juicy stuff to just dive right in on with NXT 2.0. So I thought, why not kick off the series here? And so without further ado, let us kick things off, shall we? With NXT The Great American Bash, which gets underway with Triple H coming out to the ring. Triple H introduces this special episode, The Great American Bash, a big pay-per-view with a lot of heritage, coming again with another installment presented by NXT. And he says he's been away from NXT for a long time, he knows that, but he is back. But he says, obviously, a lot going on in main roster, WWE right now. And so he says he is going to have to take a little bit of a hands-off approach with NXT again. He'll still be, involved, but a bit more of a hands-off approach for the moment at least, whilst he's helping Stephanie with things up in Stamford and the main roster. But he says that he has found a very capable and suitable general manager to take over from William Regal where he left off. Which will be revealed in due course. But he says, for now, let's not focus on management or anything like that. You people want to see wrestling, what NXT has been known for and will be known for a long time to come. So let's just jump right into that. Crowd cheering, lovely moment. USA, Great American Bash. 88, nice little opener to things. Just Triple H comes out, gives a little speech, back, but main roster things to be worrying about. Main roster-wise, to make sure no one just, they don't yoink anyone I'm using, I have a player in charge of the main roster, and I'm just going to be auto-booking that, so if anything funny happens there, I'll let you know, I guess. But still, a general manager found by Triple H, which will be revealed in due course. 88. Whilst NXT The Great American Bash gets underway here, next up, with the first match of this evening, and I don't know about you, but NXT, not takeovers, and this isn't a takeover, it's a special episode, but NXT takeover events, quite a lot of them seem to start with these really good tag team matches, and I think, why not carry that on? So, for the NXT Tag Team Championships, it is a diamond mine affair, isn't it? As the Creed brothers, Julius and Brutus, take on Damon Kemp and Roderick Strong. There's been some tension in the diamond mine. Roderick Strong, the leader, trying to keep them strong, so to speak, bring in Damon as well. It's kind of like a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Just some backup for him, a little bit maybe outnumbered with the Creed brothers and Ivy now kind of rubbing him the wrong way, not like that. So providing Damon Kemp some help for him, and now Strong and Kemp going against the Creed brothers with the NXT tag titles on the line here. And in the end, your winners, after a good matchup, all in the same group, but wanting to, Roderick Strong wanting to teach him a lesson, Damon Kemp wanting to show what he can do, and the Creed brothers looking to prove they can go, and that Roderick Strong's maybe underestimating him is why he's being how he is. But in the end, it is Roderick Strong who hooks the tights of Julius Creed, and when the referee, out of view of it, puts his feet on the ropes and picks up the victory. Roderick Strong and Damon Kemp win the NXT tag titles. I feel very generic TEW YouTube kicking things off with a title change in the first episode. But my TEW series first episode featured, Titus O'Neil versus The Undertaker in a casket match. So Roderick Strong and Damon Kemp beating the Creed brothers is pretty low stakes comparatively. But Roderick Strong and Damon Kemp do win. Roderick Strong cheating to win here, hooking the tights and ropes on, legs on the ropes for leverage. So it's a win, but it's not a clean win, it's not a fair win, but it is a win, and it is new NXT Tag Team Champions in the form of Roderick Strong and Damon Kemp. Damon Kemp's first title, 47. Pretty decent match for all things considered. Roderick Strong carrying it a bit. 55 Strong, 33 Julius, 31 Bruce, 27 Damon. Damon doing better than I thought he would. As things get underway here at the Great American Bash, with Roderick Strong and Damon Kemp pick up the tag titles, and the Creed brothers are not happy about it. Roderick Strong is celebrating very wildly. Damon Kemp a bit more refined is the word, I guess. Not refined, just held back, I guess. As then we go backstage, and we show footage of both Bron Breakker and Cameron Grimes arriving to the arena. Both men will be fighting in the main event tonight for the NXT Championship. For a 67, it shows them both arriving. South Sancerre, off the top of me, that's the NXT theme song playing on repeat in my head as I say this. So I think that's close enough. They're both arriving at the arena, ready for their main event later tonight. We've got a lot of matches to get through before that, honestly. This is a stacked episode of NXT. A special episode should be. And next up we have Trick Williams taking on Wes Lee. Trick Williams getting a little something of his own to do. Carmelo Hayes in action later tonight for the NXT North American title against Grayson Waller. But for now, Trick Williams in action against Wes Lee, looking to show him up. Wes Lee looking to continue some pretty good momentum. He's had himself, honestly. And in the end, it is Wes Lee who comes out on top over Trick Williams with a 630 senton, 51 for the match. Good match. I mean, 16 Trick Williams, and he had a low rating and he was off his game, so it was lower than it should have been. But Wes Lee with a 60, really amazing from Wes. Wes Lee is just very good, isn't he? And he hits the 630 senton and he gets the victory. Wes Lee comes out on top at the Great American Bash over Tricky Trick Williams, doesn't he? As then we go to the Toxic Lounge, and we have Toxic Attractions, Mandy Rose, Gigi Dolan, and JC Jane talking. Mandy Rose not in action tonight, but Gigi Dolan and JC Jane are defending their NXT Women's Tag Team titles against Team 2001's Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. And Mandy Rose says they're not worried, Gigi and JC are going to crush the pathetic little, fangirls that are Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. And Toxic will continue their reign of dominance over NXT 2.0 for a 40. Pretty good promo, pretty good segment. I'm happy with that. That's good. As then next up, we have another singles match, no title. It is Tiffany Stratton taking on Wendy Chu. Been going back and forth. Wendy Chu getting the better of Tiffany. Tiffany looking to get the better of Wendy Chu here. And in the end, it is Tiffany Stratton who comes out on top, hitting the reverse SDO for a 24. They didn't click, sadly. Cooled the crowd down a bit, but that's okay. 25 Wendy, 12 Tiffany. Fine enough. As Daddy's Little Rich Girl does get the win over Wendy Chu here. As then we go backstage, and we go backstage to the A champion Carmelo Hayes. And he says that Trick, in medical right now, he looked over after his match earlier, so he's not going to be at ringside. But Hayes says that even without Trick at ringside, it don't matter. Because he says he's still the A champion. He says when Melo shoots, he don't miss. And Trick there or not, Waller can step up and he can get his ass knocked down because Carmelo stays on top. For 53, pretty good promo from Carmelo Hayes. Before the NXT North American title match, he does the promo, then you hear his music and he goes out. Carmelo Hayes versus Grayson Waller here for the NXT North American Championship. And it's a fast-paced affair, both men wanting to come out on top. Kind of a heel versus heel matchups, but who cares? Both men want to come out on top here. The crowd on Hayes' side because he's just a really cool man, isn't he? And in the end, Carmelo Hayes on top a little bit, hitting Grayson Waller with a big drop kick, sending him to the outside. Carmelo Hayes, Waller falling backwards, hitting the referee a bit, The referee dazed a little bit as Waller falls to the outside. Carmelo Hayes, not caring, building up momentum, starts clapping the crowd, clapping with him. He runs against the far rope to rebound and then fly over the top rope at Grayson Waller. When out of nowhere, jumps in over the barricade, is Santos Escobar, who jumps onto the apron and then, brass knuckles on his hands, swift right hook to Carmelo Hayes, completely dazing him. Carmelo Hayes just about standing on his feet. Escobar getting the hell out of there as Grayson Waller sees his opportunity, runs, jumps back in the ring. He does his finish, he jumps through the ropes from the outside, does a little roly-poly, and then jumping stunner for the victory. Grayson Waller, it says the posterior, I don't know, that's what it's called, for the win here. Grayson Waller is the new NXT North American champion, following that interference from Santos Escobar. Escobar in the D'Angelo family right now, against his will or not. Why did Escobar do that? We'll have to wait and see. Reasons to tune into episode 2, everybody. It says Waller's with Sanga. I need to change that because he's not. 50 for the match, though. Pretty good. 48 Carmelo, 42 Waller. Both doing all right. As Grayson Waller is your new NXT North American champion. And Carmelo Hayes is not doing much right now. I mean, he was just hit in the face with brass knuckles, wasn't he? Then we go to a big segment. Just a fun little segment to break things up. NXT 2.0's 4th of July celebrations, which I'll talk you through. You got Fallon Henley with Briggs and Jensen, having some beers. And Briggs, a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit, nervous, wanting to talk to the KCs, Katana Chance and Kane Carter. Fallon Henley, just what these two dumb boys doing now. Elsewhere, you have Thea Hale and Bodhi Hayward. There, Thea Hale's very excited, She's cheering. This is my first frat party. I'm so excited. First frat party at Chase University. Bodhi saying, this isn't a frat party. This is the NXT 2.0, 4th of July party. Thea's saying, just my first frat party. I just can't wait, My first frat party here at Chase U. And elsewhere, you have everyone's heads kind of turning. You have like a slow-mo cam of Pretty Deadly walking in, Elton Prince and Kit Williams looking as fabulous as ever. Again, a bit of an argument with Briggs and Jensen. Prince and Wilson go over themselves and start talking to the KCs. Briggs Jensen a bit down, wanting to talk to Caden himself. Briggs and Fallon trying to cheer him up a little bit. Also, you still got Thea Hale going a bit crazy. Thea Hale saying to Bodhi, seeing her keg like, I'm gonna do a keg stand. Help me up, and trying to lift herself up on Bodhi. Bodhi like, whoa, it's not a keg stand. It's just a keg. People are drinking. It's a 4th of July party. It's not a frat party. And in the end, Thea accidentally, pushing over the keg stand and the beer flying all over Pretty Deadly. Pretty Deadly, not happy about it. This embarrassment, getting beer poured over them. Brooks Jensen seeing his opportunity. I've writ here, Jensen tells a real humdinger. So off the top of my head, come on, Pretty Deadly, more like Pretty Wetly. That's the best I've got. I should have written more than just a humdinger, shouldn't I? Oh God. Everyone laughs is also what I've got here, so I assume you're laughing and you've joined in on that. Casey and Caden impressed by Brooke Jensen's real humdinger there. Pretty Deadly, not having or being embarrassed, start shouting at Thea Hale. Bodhi Hayward stepping in, as by magic, Andre Chase appears. You shouting at my students. And Pretty Deadly having enough and saying, you know what? You two, Hicks, pointing at Brooks and Jensen, we'll be taking care of you eventually, okay? But for now, you two, pointing to Bodhi and Andre and Thea, and then they say, we'll see you next week. For a 23, just a fun little segment to break things up. I do like these funner comedy segments. Pretty Deadly get embarrassed, make the challenge to Bodhi and Andre for next week, coming for Briggs and Jensen eventually as well. And Brooke Jensen told a real humdinger. Beautiful. As what's next? Then we go to an interview with a very happy You know, Roderick Strong, Damon Kemp, still just Damon Kemp, both with the NXT titles on the shoulders. The Creed brothers not there. They're meant to be off screen. I guess I forgot to click that and I just did it for Damon. But Roderick Strong, very happy. Kelly Kincaid asking Roderick about the method of victory, saying he won. Congratulations, NXT Tag Champ. But some would say maybe it wasn't the fairest win. You know, hooking the tights, feet on the rope, and Roderick Strong saying, all I did was, you know, maybe give them a lesson. The Creed brothers, you know, they think they're so infallible. Maybe show them that, you know, they gotta assess all the situations and see what's coming if they want to be champions. I'm just trying to keep teaching them. This is the Diamond Mine. I'm the Diamond Mine's leader here. And I'm trying to, you know, show them the way forward in their career. And all that matters at the end of the day is that the Diamond Mine still have the gold. And I think that's all that matters. And honestly, I'm a bit offended by you trying to sow this dissent in the Diamond Mine right now. The Diamond Mine, strong as ever, strong as Diamond. NXT Tag Champ still, that's all that matters. For 32, just a nice little promo. Roderick Strong. The Diamond Mine is still NXT Tag Champs. That's what matters, right? Before the penultimate match of this evening, for the NXT Women's Tag Titles, Team 2001, Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade coming out, followed by Toxic Attraction, Mandy Rose at ringside, Gigi and JC in the match. And we get to the end, you know, Team 2001 trying to fight their way into it. Toxic maybe having the advantage. Mandy watching on. Team 2001 starts to get the upper hand. Mandy trying to get involved. Without nowhere rushes Nikita Lyons, who's had her own problems with Toxic Attraction recently, of course, being attacked by them last week. And she takes down Mandy Rose and pulls her off the apron. Big kick to the face. Toxic Attraction distracted here. And in the end, it allows Roxanne Perez to hit JC Jane with a Code Rock and pick up the victory. Your winners and the new NXT Women Tag Team Champions are Team 2001. A lot of title changes here at NXT The Great American Bash. For a 44, good match. 46 Gigi, 38 Roxanne, 33 Cora, 32 JC. All doing well. But in the end, it is Team 2001 who pick up the win and Team 2001 who pick up the Women's Tag Team Championships. Lovely. Beautiful. After the match, they celebrate whilst Nikita Lyons taunts Toxic Attraction, who are angry and shocked at this defeat for a 41. Good post as well. Very good. Good. Things moving very nicely here in this episode 1. I'm happy. As then, before the main event, we have Apollo Crews doing his vigilante future-seeing thing that he does, you know. He's doing his laundry, and then he looks over, and he sees these guys harassing this old lady trying to do her laundry. You know, they're a bit drunk, it's late. And Apollo Crews does that thing where he looks to the future and he sees him beating the hell out of them. And then we go back to Apollo Crews, and, you know, he says, well, gotta do what I gotta do. And then he goes over, because Apollo Crews is doing that a lot right now, isn't he? For 55, Apollo Crews does his vigilante future-seeing thing, and probably saves an old lady at the laundromat, which, lovely. What a face. What a face. What a nice guy Apollo Crews is. Before it is time for the main event here of episode 1, the main event of NXT, the Great American Bash, for the NXT Championship, Bron Breakker versus Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes looking to take that title to the moon, and Bron Breakker looking to keep a hold of it for the moment. And in the end, with the NXT Championship on the line, your winner, because we have had a lot of title changes tonight, there is no more. Bron Breakker picks up the victory, hitting the Gorilla Press Power Slam on Cameron Grimes for his 5th defense of the NXT Championship. 53, 51 Cameron, 42 Bron. Good match. Bron Breakker is the one who picks up the victory, though. Bron Breakker is still the NXT champion. And after the match, Grimes rolling out the win, Bron Breakker getting his moment to celebrate, you know. He's still NXT champion. God bless America. Red, white, and blue confetti raining down. We got some pyro going up, you know, 4th of July. This is beautiful. This is a celebration. This is a party. God bless America. Good night, everybody. For a 65, just to close things off, because it's the 4th of July. A good episode of NXT, I think. 63, increased up in 56 regions. I'm very happy with that. Moving things nicely. 3 title changes. Plenty of stories to be getting on with going forward. And I'm very happy with that. The champions, the state of things, I guess. The champions at the moment: NXT champion Bron Breakker, NXT women's champion Mandy Rose, NXT North American champions now Grayson Waller, and the NXT men's tag team champions are Roderick Strong and Damon Kemp of the Diamond Mine, and the women's tag team champions are Team 2001 Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. That's the state of play as we move forward, and that's going to be it for today. I really hope you've enjoyed the first episode of this new series. Like I said at the beginning, I'm a big fan of NXT 2.0, so I'm looking forward to doing this. I've been planning it for a little bit, and with NXT The Great American Bash, I thought perfect place to start. So if you have enjoyed and you're looking forward to seeing what happens in this series going forward, then why don't you leave a like and subscribe for more so you don't miss the next episode next week. Maybe go check out some of my other TEW 2020 videos if you haven't already. The mainline WWE series where, as I mentioned earlier, former WWE champion, Universal champion Titus O'Neil. And what else do we have? We have the TEW 2020 experiment videos, looking at different what-ifs throughout the history of wrestling, different episodes for whatever mood you're in. Also, TEW 2020 predicts, looking at a lot of the superstars in NXT 2.0, such as there's episodes on Bron Breakker, Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez, Carmelo Hayes, looking at maybe what is to come in their future, using TEW Total Extreme Wrestling 2020 to gaze into that magic ball and see maybe what is to come. But I'm rambling. Go check those out if you haven't already. Subscribe, like, and most importantly, as always, I just want to say thank you for watching.